And a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in Americus, Georgia, Game 3, our series finale, Peach Belt Conference action. The visiting Mountain Lions from Young Harris College taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Hurricanes. Game 3, series finale. The Mountain Lions come in red hot. They have won 7 straight ball games, a 19-13 overall record. They're 12-8 in Peach Belt Conference play. Georgia Southwestern struggling. The Hurricanes have lost 8 of their last 9, 5-24 overall, 1-16 in Peach Belt Conference play. First batter for the Mountain Lions is the left fielder, Austin Langford, and Logan Worley. Ooh, let's get it together. Logan Worley, the first batter to face the Hurricanes, a starting pitcher. There's a look at today's starter, Kyle Spinks. He's making his 5th start has 5 appearances in Peach Belt Conference play. 0-4 record, 21 walks, 30 strikeouts, and that ERA at 8.35. Batting second for Young Harris, center fielder Skylar Murphy. So Skylar Murphy will step in to face Spinks. Good start to the ball game for Spinks as he gets the strikeout fans. Again, don't forget, live stats are available for today's broadcast. So if you like to have that real-time data in front of you, just look in the description below of today's YouTube broadcast and you'll see the link for live stats. Click on it, open up another browser window, and there you go. You can follow your favorite player or school here this afternoon on the Surge Sports Network. So again, live stats are there, and the link right there waiting for you in the description of today's broadcast. If you have friends or family that want to tune in to the finale here, a breezy yet sunny, somewhat cool afternoon. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s today. Winds blowing across the field the other way today. And a flag blowing from left to right towards the scoreboard in right center field. But they can get there through the live stats by going to either our website, filed off, gswcanes.com, gswcanes.com, and go to the schedule portion of the website. On a desktop, you can just scroll down to today's scoreboard. If you're on a mobile device, there'll be a calendar up in the top right corner. Click on that calendar. It'll have today's ball game listed along with some of our other home events, including men's and women's tennis that's going on behind us. But click the live stats link. The video link that'll take them to YouTube is also there. Full count, the 3-2 pitch, line to center field. And having time to make the grab out there is Austin Langford, the Hurricanes freshman center fielder, playing center field today. A good start for Spinks, 2 up, 2 down. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 15, Jackson Jones. And to wrap that all up, the links for today's broadcast also available on the Young Harris Athletic webpage, as well as that of the Peach Belt Conference. First pitch to Jones is fouled off. Sunny afternoon, just a few thin clouds beyond, off in the distance, off in the horizon. Otherwise, over the ballpark, it's completely blue skies and sunshine. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jones. So if you didn't see the results of yesterday's doubleheader between these two schools, it was all Young Harris Especially in Game 1, the Mountain Lions hit the Hurricane pitching staff hard, put up 20 runs in the opener. 20-1 was the final in favor of Young Harris. The second game, much, much closer. In fact, the Hurricanes had a 3-1 lead heading to the 8th inning. Gave up a couple in the 8th to Young Harris. Came back to tie it. And then added a 4-run frame. 3-1 pitch drill down the right field line. A good backhand grab out in right field to prevent it from getting to the wall. So a good stop defensively by Jonathan Martin to keep Jones to a single on that one as he hit the ball hard down in towards the right field corner for a base hit. It's the Mountain Lions' first hit of the ball game. They've got a runner aboard with 2 away. And that'll bring us to the cleanup hitter. Batting fourth, first baseman number 16, Rudy Gaona. So I mentioned a 4-run ninth in Game 2 led to the Mountain Lions yesterday taking the doubleheader sweep and winning 7-3 in the nightcap. It was working on both sides for the Mountain Lions yesterday. They hit the ball extremely well against GSW pitching, and then their own pitching staff came up big, holding the Hurricanes to 5 hits in Game 2. And another 5 hits in Game 1, so good work by the pitching staff there. For Young Harris, they had it clicking on all cylinders yesterday. But we'll clean the slate and see if the Hurricanes can salvage one of the games in the series here coming on Saturday afternoon. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, so Spinks gets a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. No runs, no damage from Young Harris. Georgia Southwestern will head to the dugout and grab the sticks for the first time here this afternoon when we return. Georgia Southwestern, it'll be Beta, Logan, and Jones coming up when we return. You're watching Georgia Southwestern State University baseball. Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. Georgia Southwestern opens up the ball game with their second baseman, Jason Beta. Swings at the 1-1 offering from Young Harris starting pitcher here in the finale. It's number 34, Blake Metivier. So you saw a little bit about Beta and his stats coming into today's ball game. Overall batting average of .255, which ranks third on the Hurricanes this spring. He's got 27 hits, handful of extra base hits, including 4 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 5 RBIs, 12 walks, 25 strikeouts, starting his 29th game. And there he'll strike out number 26 of the season. Batting second, Josh Logan. Pretty even, 232 batting average, 236, slightly higher in conference play. 11 walks, 24 strikeouts, 1 home run, and 5 doubles. At the plate, left fielder number 15, Josh Logan. So for Metivier, give you a little bit of background on the starting pitcher for the Mountain Lions here. 1-0 pitch, line drive over the shortstops, heading into center field. A 1-out single for the Hurricanes, and they've got their first base runner of the afternoon. So Jared Jones, 267 hitter. His average has dropped to 250 in Peach Belt play. A couple of home runs, 21 RBIs, 13 walks, 20 strikeouts for the senior. Taking the role of designated hitter. He kind of flip-flops. He's plays a lot of first base and just has switched some time with Andy Moore over at first. So we'll announce it for the crowd here. Batting third, designated hitter number 7, Jared Jones. Metivier is making his first start of the season. He had 7 relief appearances coming into today. Ball 1, 1-0 pitch is going to drop in there. Just hits the grass and rolls to the right fielder. Back-to-back singles for the Hurricanes here in the first. 17 2/3 innings pitched, 17 hits, 7 earned runs, 7 walks, 13 strikeouts, a couple of doubles allowed, 258 opponent batting average, 1-1 record, and a 3.57 ERA. Batting fourth, first baseman number 2, Andy Moore. Well, Andy Moore leads the Hurricanes in batting average so far, so a 293 clip. Five doubles, 12 RBIs, 6 walks, 13 strikeouts, making his 25th start of the spring. Breaking ball curls back in and catches the inside edge for a strike. Against left-handed pitching, Andy Moore is actually batting considerably higher than when facing righties. He's 9 for 20, batting .450 against left-handed pitchers this spring with runners in scoring position. 333 batting average. This will be a ground ball. They're going to look to turn 2. Can't make the play, though. They'll only get the force out at second, so a fielder's choice, 4-6 ground out for Moore. Runners at the corners with 2 away. Jonathan Martin up, 182, but batting a little bit better in conference action. 239 batting average, 8 ribbies, 10 walks, 26 strikeouts, which does lead the Hurricanes at this point. Right fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin. Against left-handed pitching this season, Martin has not fared well, 1 for 9. That'll put him at a 111 average. And he's 3 for 21, which is 143 with runners in scoring position. Chance to improve that figure a little bit here in the first inning, though. 1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up. Shallow left field. Looks like it'll be the left fielder, in fact, who will make the grab, and Worley comes in to squeeze it and end the inning. So the Hurricanes leave a couple runners on in the first. No score yet in this one. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Georgia Southwestern State University baseball. Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. Don't forget Two Dukes Barbecue. I mentioned them yesterday. Seen the info on Two Dukes a few times. If you haven't had a chance to check them out on Facebook, it's Two Dukes Barbecue. Just about a block away from campus on Tripp Street, Two Dukes Barbecue. Jay Duke and his wife put together not only award-winning barbecue, but they've got an assortment. The menu almost changes daily with homemade casseroles and salads, so you never know what kind of good eating you'll find each day as day to day goes by. But you can always count on that award-winning barbecue. Check them out, Two Dukes Barbecue and more. We'll be back in a moment. The catcher, Corey Ewald, will lead things off for Young Harris in the second. And there for a strike, evens the count up at 2-2. Fouled off. And a strikeout for Spinks. Third strikeout of the game for the senior pitcher here in the early going. Get to the number 6 hitter in the lineup. Second baseman, number 28, Tristan Smith. The 1-1 pitch is low, 2-1. And you all will hang in there and get the walk. 15th time he's been walked this season, in a tie with a couple of his teammates for second on the team. Jackson Jones has 16 free passes and he leads the Mountain Lions. So one away, runner at first base for young Harris. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to right fielder number 32, Tyler Washington. Washington has a .286 batting average. He is appearing in his 30th game. He's started now 28 of them. He's got 24 hits, 6 have gone for extra bases, 5 doubles and a home run for Washington. 5 RBIs, 15 walks, 14 strikeouts. Runner does not hold up at second base and makes his way around to third to put runners at the corners with one out. A single from Washington. Now we'll get to the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Shortstop, number 9, Corley Reynolds. Reynolds has started every game for young Harris this spring. He has a .264 batting average, 28 hits, 4 have been for extra bases, 3 doubles, a home run. Has driven in 17 runs, 11 walks, 25 strikeouts, which is second on the roster. Got a chance to get himself a run and put the Mountain Lions on the board here in the second inning. 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, evens up the count. 2-1. Throw over to first. Runner dives in safely. Two one pitch, runner going. Ground ball to short. The only play is going to be at first base. And they will get the batter, but an RBI is in for Reynolds. Runner moves over to second, 2 away. First run of the ball game is in. And Young Harris leads 1-0. Third baseman, number 2, Brett Graycheck. Graycheck is 4th on the team with a .296 batting average. 27th start of the spring, 29 hits, 5 have been for extra bases. They've all been doubles. Has 17 RBIs. 3 walks, 12 strikeouts. So Graycheck puts the ball in play. Those low walk and strikeout totals. We'll see what he'll do here against Spinks. The 1-0 pitch coming. High for ball, 2-0. Spinks stays upstairs with this one as well, and now he's behind 3-0. Molinari, the Hurricanes catcher, will run back up to the hill to deliver the ball. Quick word of encouragement, and back behind the plate he goes. So Spinks gets the 3-0 in there. Misses the mark on that one. Back to the top of the order with 2 away. Left fielder Logan Worley. Worley struck out swinging to open up the ball game. One of Spinks' 3 strikeouts so far in his first time through the order. But now Logan will get his second look at the GSW starter. Runners are at first and second, 2 away. Both teams with 2 hits in the ball game. This one bouncing to the shortstop. Skelton to go to first with it. The throw is in time. And the Hurricanes get out of it with only a run against them. Well, the second inning hasn't proven to be the most productive for Georgia Southwestern batters. GSW, their worst inning as a team this season. They've scored 2 runs in the second inning all season long. We'll see if they can change that here when we return. Thanks for tuning in to GSW Baseball. Note tomorrow morning. Well, it's not quite breakfast at Wimbledon, but it'll be breakfast in Americus. 11 a.m. We'll go broadcast our #1 doubles team, men's doubles against Francis Marion. You can catch it right here on the Surge Sports Network. Make sure you subscribe today. You can choose, if you so choose, to get alerts whenever we go live and whatever the sport may be from right here in America. So subscribe today, that red button right there on your screen. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We'll be back in a moment. Georgia Southwestern senior catcher Danny Molinari leads off the second inning for Georgia Southwestern. Molinari, 13th start this season. 7 hits, a couple of doubles comprise that 7 hits, 8 walks, 13 strikeouts, a .175 batting average for Molinari coming in to play this afternoon. 1-2 count. Molinari has fared well against left-handed pitching. He's only 7 at-bats against lefties this year. He has 4 hits. .571 average. Facing southpaws this season. He'll get a 2-2 pitch here, and there's another hit from Molinari. Base hit to left center field. Leadoff single here in the second for GSW. I see that. I'll try to fix it. We'll try to fix that on your screen. We're having a little trouble with our video connection. I think we've got a loose cable there. We'll try to fix it so that it'll quit doing that on your screen. Hang with us. And of course the wind doesn't help blowing the cords around a little bit and moving them and shifting them. But Austin Langford is the batter, the freshman center fielder. Comes up. We'll try to, I'll tinker with it between the breaks so I don't completely interrupt this half inning. We'll see if we can hang in there. Looks like it's time to buy a new cord. That one didn't last very long. So Austin Langford, a 184 batting average, 9 hits. This is his 14th start of the spring. 9 hits, a double in there. The bunt is perfect, and it's a bunt single for Langford. Boy, he put that one down in the perfect spot. Nowhere to go with it, and the ball still to the right of the line for a base hit. First 2 runners are aboard. Well, we'll take them how we got to get them. Base hit, bunt single Tyler Skelton, pretty even. Obviously 216 in both the Peach Belt and overall this spring. His batting average. GSW with a little something brewing, nobody out. Here in the second. At the plate, shortstop number 1, Tyler Skelton. Skelton, the number 8 hitter in the lineup. 19 hits, 3 of them are doubles. He's only driven in 2 runs so far this season. 4 walks, 13 strikeouts, 27th start of 2018. And he tries to bunt, but this first attempt anyway goes foul. 1-1. Skelton, as on the flip side for our Molinari, who hits lefties extremely well. It's kind of the opposite for Skelton. He's 1 for 12. I don't know if that's even kind of. 1 for 12, 0.83 batting average against left-handed pitching. So we'll see, maybe he can get the bunt down. Pitcher will step off. Walks behind the mound now, and we'll regroup and try it again as they get their alignment set for the pending bunt attempt from Skelton. Infielders at the corners are just starting to take a step onto the grass as he squares to bunt. Pulls back, 2-1. Squares to bunt. Oh no, line drop to the pitcher, who thankfully, if you're a Hurricane fan, thankfully slips on the grass and falls down, or he had a chance at 2. So the bunt attempt line back to the mound. 2 outs in the inning. Skelton can't get it done. So it'll be up to the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Bradley Huff. .69 overall, 147 average in conference play. Does have a home run, 7 RBIs. And he's knocked a few in his last couple games. So Skelton, or Huff rather, perhaps warming up. We'll see. He's got a chance to put the Canes on the board here. For those in attendance, at the plate, third baseman number 10, Bradley Huff. Georgia Southwestern has 4 hits. They've doubled up Young Harris here in the early going in that category, but the Mountain Lions up where it counts in the run column. One pitch. Ooh, fooled him on that one. 1-2. I'll look back to second. Now the pitch in on the hands, fouled back in our direction. Thankfully, he stays in the open area behind us. There's probably maybe a 15 to 20 yard space of grass between us and the fence for the tennis courts. Georgia Southwestern and USC Aiken. Peach Belt Conference tennis going on behind us. They started at noon today. 1-2 pitch. Line drive into left field, but right to the left fielder who will have it. Oh, I'm sorry, they had the scoreboard wrong. That's only the second out of the inning. My apologies, I should have been looking at your screen and not the scoreboard on that one. So back-to-back outs gets us back to the top of the order. Second baseman Jason Beta. Ground ball to the shortstop, and that'll end the inning. 3 straight outs, a good piece of work by the defense for young Harris. As well as the starting pitcher, Blake Mativier. He worked his way out of that mini jam and kept the Hurricanes off the board. No score in the inning. Georgia Southwestern trails by a run. We'll be back for the third inning here from Hurricane Stadium. Thanks for tuning in on the Surge Sports Network. All right, so we didn't get it fixed there. We'll do it the next half inning. Skylar Murphy leads things off. The number 2 hitter in the lineup, and he'll rope this one into right field for a base hit to open up the third inning. Murphy, a .288 hitter. Gets a hit to open up the second. Okay. All right, hang with us, folks. We'll go see what we can fix it. We'll be back. All right, folks, I think we've fixed the problem. Appreciate your patience. You didn't miss a whole lot. You missed a ball to the batter, Jackson Jones, the designated hitter. We'll keep an eye on that connection for you, but I think we're okay. At the plate is the designated hitter, Jackson Jones. Well, Jones singled in the first inning. The Mountain Lions' only hit of that particular inning. He'll be looking at a 1-1 count, but Spinks throws over to first. Runner back in there safely. Two balls and a strike. That pitch a little bit low and inside, 3-1. Well, Spinks walked 2 last inning. Fouled off, count runs full. Murphy took a few steps like he was going to break. A hard break towards second, but then put the brakes on immediately. Enough to get the Hurricanes to holler that he was going. Fooled him on that one. But now a payoff pitch. This time he does go, fouled off. Popped up, but it's going to come back in our direction towards the camera, and right behind the camera it actually plopped down, probably about at most 4 or 5 yards behind our camera operator up on the berm here. Josie Nix, the Hurricanes dugout on the third base side. Runner breaks. Lined into the gap in right center field. Perfect time and a perfectly executed hit and run. Runner comes all the way around from first base to score on the stand-up double by Jackson Jones. Good piece of hitting and a double for Jones. He's now 2 for 2 in the ball game. Another run in for young Harris. And the hits are evened up at 4 apiece. Young Harris opening up the third inning with back-to-back hits. They've got a run in. So Gayona comes up with nobody out. At the plate, the first baseman, Rudy Gayona. Well, Gayona struck out swinging in the first inning. And now we'll get another look at Spinks. First pitch in there for a strike. Gaona doesn't get much easier for Spinks here. The top batting average on the Mountain Lions. Ground ball to the right side. Beta has it. Only play is first. Runner moves over to third. One out. Gaona, impressive 341 batting average coming in. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs. The 5 home runs, second on the team. Just a 1 behind Ewald. Runner goes over to third. Number 5 hitter up. Speaking of Ewald, the catcher, Corey Ewald. Ewald second on the team, 330 batting average. 8 doubles, 6 home runs. 30 runs driven in this season. He struck out looking in the second inning to open up the second inning. Young Harris right in the mix of the Peach Belt Conference standings. Working towards cementing a postseason berth in the conference tournament. And maybe make a hard push for the upper tier on this one. They've been red hot, as I mentioned in the beginning. Check swing. They'll come home with it. The throw in time. Well, I think you missed it, but the throw was home. The throw in plenty of time actually tagged the hand. The runner tried to slide out kind of towards the back of home plate with his hand out on swiping over home plate, and the tag was applied. Throw was in plenty of time, and the tag applied to his hand before he could even get across home plate. So easy call, easy to see from here. 2 outs in the inning, but a runner aboard on the fielder's choice. Two away, runner at first. Second baseman Tristan Smith. He walked in the second inning. Throw over to first, runner back diving in safely well ahead of the throw. Georgia College sits atop the Peach Belt Conference with a 16-2 PBC record. They did not play a conference series this weekend. They were at Florida Tech. It was their turn to play out a conference on a weekend in the midst of the season. We did that last weekend at Erskine. High strike, swing and a miss. Georgia College did, however, get a couple of wins. They swept Florida Tech at Florida Tech 9-3 and 6-2 last night. Columbus State is second in the conference with an 11-3 record. They're 26-5 overall. They smacked around Flagler for a 10-4 win last night. Fly ball to right field, fair territory, and making the grab is Martin to end the inning. So F9 ends the third. Another run on the board for Young Harris. Georgia Southwestern, when we return, will bring up Logan, Jones, and more to the plate. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters for GSW coming up when we return. Next time you're in town, don't forget to visit the Roman Oven Pizzeria. They are well known for their pizza buffet. You get a glimpse of it right there. Plenty to choose from, dessert, pizza, salad. But not only that, you can order off the menu too, and they've got a wide range of items available. You can almost anything you almost want, they have it. Sandwiches, burgers, wraps, specialty salads. Check out Anthony and his staff over there at the Roman Oven. Only in Americus can you find the Roman Oven Pizzeria. We'll be back in a moment. First pitch to Josh Logan. Bounces over home plate for a ball. Logan, the senior outfielder, playing left today. Plays center most of the season so far. And there for a strike. He played left field last year when Evan Alderman was anchoring it in center. Evan, a 4-year starter. Hits leader for the program. Moving on, Logan sliding into that spot in center field. 1-1 pitch, misses. And now the senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, in Mountain View High School. 4-year member of the program is at the plate and leads off the home half of the 3rd inning. Line drive, but it's going to hook foul. Hard hit ball, but foul territory it goes, and the count will leave it up at 2-2. Everything finally starting to fully bloom in green beyond the outfield wall. 3-2 the pitch as that one misses to run the count full. Ground ball to short. Easy play for Reynolds to make, and he'll throw over to first, and Logan is retired. So yesterday it was westerly winds, now it's eastern winds, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour. Different feel than yesterday here at the park. Designated hitter, Jared Jones. This one popped up to right field and in front of the right fielder for a base hit. So Jared Jones is 2 for 2 in the ball game. Now another hit over to right field. Going opposite field here in game 3 of the series. 2 consecutive singles to right. This one comes with 1 out. We'll get to the cleanup hitter for the Hurricanes. First baseman Andy Moore. You had a chance to meet Andy there, the redshirt sophomore from Warner Robins, Georgia, Houston County High School. First time up today. Moore reached base on a fielder's choice. 0 for 1. That one a little low. 2-0. Tight, 3-0. And waist high fastball in there for a strike. 3-1. So Moore to dig in now and be ready to see if he can attack a good pitch here on a 3-1 count. Runner at first is Jared Jones. Here's the delivery. That'll miss outside for a ball and a walk. That is the first walk of the game for Metiver. And we'll take a quick trip out to the hill to talk things over. Hurricanes have had runners on first and second now in 2 consecutive innings, but we didn't score last half inning, and that was with nobody out. Now there's 1 out and runners on first and second. The bullpen, of course, is quiet for Young Harris, so this is just a quick visit. Meeting adjourned. We'll head back to the dugout and resume play as the batter, right fielder Jonathan Martin. So Martin flew out to left field his first time up today. This is a hard hit ball into right center field. They're not going to get there in time. This one's extra bases. It gets to just in front of the wall, picked up by the right fielder, thrown in. Martin thought about going to third, and he'll thankfully get to stay at second base. They had him caught as he rounded the bag a little too strong, but the pitch in, throw to second base is off the mark. And that bobble lets Martin stay at second base, so the Hurricanes have cut the lead in half. And they still got something going on here. A couple more runners in scoring position. 2-1 the score. Molinari had a line drive single his last time up. At the plate, the catcher, Danny Molinari. As I mentioned, while his overall average not where he would like it to be, I'm sure at this point in the season, the one thing he's done well is hit left-handed pitching. So we'll see what he can do here. Got a chance to drive in a few more. 0-1 count as that first pitch is on the mark. Now there is action in the Young Harris bullpen. Molinari got a chance to put the Hurricanes ahead. Fly ball out of play, first base side. Pretty good crowd on hand, and of course Young Harris has traveled very well. They've got a lot of folks. There's a lot of purple out there. Only play is going to be at first base, so a run will come in. This ball game is tied, and Molinari grounds out to the shortstop. Moving over is Martin. He's over at third base now. Center fielder Austin Langford. Oh, okay, pinch hitter. Thanks for somebody saying something. Pinch hitter for the Hurricanes is number 8, Cole Clark. So Cole Clark will get his chance to face Metiver. Metiver here. Cole Clark batting .221 this season. He has 21 hits, 7 of which have been for extra bases. 5 doubles, 2 triples, 13 walks, 25 strikeouts. Tied for second for the most strikeouts on the team. Now he'll fall behind 1 and 2. Cole Clark against left-handed pitching this season. 2 for 17. Has not fared well against the Southpaws. 118 batting average. He's 5 for 24 with runners on scoring position, which is a little bit higher at 208. 1-2 pitch, fouled off. Stay alive. Well, both teams with 2 runs in the game. Georgia Southwestern has 6 hits. Young Harris has 4. And that one will hit him. Nope. They're going to keep Cole Clark there. 3-2 the count. Says he turned into it. And so no. All right. All right, so it was a 2-2 pitch. It didn't matter as Cole Clark goes down looking to end the inning. Georgia Southwestern manages to even up the ball game, however. They answer Young Harris. They put 2 on the board in the 3rd. We're all square, a third of the way through. We'll be back in a moment for the 4th inning from Hurricane Stadium. They want to give a big shout out and congratulations to junior Haley Tierce of the GSW softball team. This past Monday, Haley was named the Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week. The accolades for Tierce: she's won the award a couple times last year and a couple times over the course of her career. She also got recognition as a top performer nationally by the NFCA softball organization. So congratulations to Haley Tierce. She had one heck of a week, 5 home runs in 8 games last week. And the Lady Hurricanes doing well, 5-5 in Peach Belt Conference play under first-year head coach Nikki Levering. Congratulations, Haley Tierce. We'll be back in a moment. Right fielder Tyler Washington, the number 7 hitter in the lineup for Young Harris today, will lead off the 4th inning. Ground ball. Bounces to Moore, who will tag the bag. And it's a quick out. 3 unassisted for Washington. He's singled back in the 2nd. That'll take us to the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Third baseman, Brett Graycheck. Graycheck. Oh, correction. Dang it. My bad. Corley Reynolds is the batter. Correction at the plate, shortstop Corley Reynolds. So let's hold off on Graycheck for a moment. First, we've got a pitch to Corley Reynolds, the shortstop, grounded out to short. In the 2nd inning, his last time that he was at the plate, 0-2. Misses 1-2. That's a good hit ball there that's going to bounce over. The diving effort by Huff kicked up over his glove, and now he's on to second base. The throw not in time. Sliding in for a double is Corley Reynolds. Now we get to the number 9 hitter, third baseman Brett Graycheck. Graycheck walked. Graycheck walked in the second inning. This will be back to Huff at third. The throw. Strong throw across the way. Keeps an eye on the runner and keeps him at second base. Two outs. Back to the top of the order. Left fielder Logan Worley. Well, Worley is 0 for 2. One-0 count coming up. Worley had an unbelievable day yesterday. Game 1, and that even spilled a little bit into Game 2, and now felt like it was only going to be a matter of the time with the weekend he's had. The throw to the plate is not going to be in time. Runner stands up across the plate. Worley takes off for second on the throw, and he'll be in scoring position after delivering the 2-out RBI single to right. So the Mountain Lions have scored a run in each of the last 3 innings to go up 3-2. Center fielder Skylar Murphy. And Murphy is 1 for 2. He singled to right his last time up. Hits even at 6 apiece. One-0 pitch, pulled foul. Just to the right of the bag. Lots of folks in purple around the ballpark today. Some have set up camp beyond their dugout on the first base side. Some have set up camp in the right field, beyond the right field wall. And of course, some are right here in front of your camera view, as it's their side, I guess, technically, of the ballpark. Traveling well to watch their Mountain Lions in action today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Spinks will step off. First-year head coach Stephen Wagoner. Graduate of West Alabama. 2-out fly ball to center field. That'll be Logan now, who has moved over to center as Cole Clark, the pinch hitter, takes his usual spot in left. So it's Logan that'll catch the fly ball to end the 4th inning. But Young Harris does score the 1 run and has regained the lead 3-2 in our series finale. While the men, the baseball team, is home next weekend, the Lady Hurricanes actually had a flurry of games here in town, but now go on the road for a couple weeks. You won't be able to catch the Lady Canes next broadcast until April 14th, when they have to take on the second-ranked team in the country at the moment, the University of North Georgia. So the Nighthawks come to town. That game, that doubleheader, will be broadcast on April 14th, 1 o'clock your start time. We'll go on the air just a few moments before first pitch, Georgia Southwestern softball. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 4th inning from Hurricane Stadium in just a moment. Freshman Tyler Skelton, the Hurricanes shortstop, 6'2", right-handed batter from Forsyth, Georgia, steps in for the home crowd. Leading off the 4th inning, shortstop Tyler Skelton. First pitch to Skelton, a little bit low and inside. Skelton popped up a bunt attempt, almost more of a line drive, as it turned out. Back to the pitcher who caught it, trying to put a sacrifice down. After making the grab, he slipped in the turf, otherwise was looking to turn 2 at second base. But in that case, just the 1 out. So that's what Skelton did his first time up. He's getting his second look here at Metiver.
did that, and I said, how did you not know that? And I was just thinking the same thing. After I said something about it.
2-1 pitch. Got a piece of it, but the count will go to 2-2. Metivier is a senior lefty, 6'1", from Woodstock, Georgia. He transferred to Young Harris from Georgia Highlands College. Two-two pitch. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. He'll wait for it. The throw in time. Play made by Reynolds at short. One away. Third baseman Bradley Huff, junior transfer from Middle Georgia State University, a Vienna product. Third baseman Bradley Huff. Swing and a miss for Huff. So we told you Georgia College 16-2, Columbus State 11-3, Flagler 4-6 after that loss last night to Columbus State. USC Aiken at 11-6, and there's Young Harris creeping up, 12-8 in Peach Belt Conference play, 19-13 overall. Huff will line this one to center and scooping it up before it can get to the turf. for the flyout is Skylar Murphy in center field. 2 up, 2 down for the Hurricanes in the 4th inning. Top of the order for the Hurricanes. Second baseman Jason Beta. Beta's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the second. Jason Beta transferring in his first season with the Hurricanes. The junior from Fruitland Park, Florida, Lake Sumter State College. Is a switch hitter who's batting obviously from the right side here. To face and counter the left-handed Metivier. Get it right. So there's Young Harris at 12-8. Currently 5th in the Peach Belt. Young Harris behind that, or excuse me, North Georgia behind them at 9-7. UNC Pembroke is at 8-8 after they defeated Aiken in game 1 of their series last night, 8-3. That one in Pembroke. Augusta 7-15. Francis Marion 5-14 in Peach Belt play. Lander 4-12. And the Hurricanes are 1-16 in conference action. And this one ripped over the third baseman's glove down the left field line. Beta's off for second base. The throw not in time, and a 2-out double from Jason Beta. He pulled that one right over the third baseman's head, and it landed. If it didn't hit the painted line, it was just to the right of the painted line. Very close, and a double for Beta. Not far on the grass over the infield with that one. Double down the left field line for Beta with 2 outs here in the 4th. Quick meeting on the hill. As we get to center fielder Josh Logan. Logan is 1 for 2 rather. 1 for 2. He singled his first time up, grounded out to short back in the 3rd. 7 hits in the game for GSW. That one in there, off speed for a strike. Peach Belt wise, I mentioned Columbus beat Flagler 10-4. Pembroke over Aiken 8-3. Augusta won at Lander 11-7 last night, and North Georgia defeated Francis Marion in Florence 7-3. Today's Peach Belt Conference schedule, it's Georgia College at Florida Tech, a noon start to wrap up their non-conference series. Single games for Flagler at Columbus State, 1 o'clock. USC Aiken, UNC Pembroke, 2 o'clock. North Georgia, Francis Marion, 2 o'clock. And Augusta against Lander is a 2 o'clock doubleheader. Look at your Peach Belt Conference schedule for today. Well, we'll get a piece of it, enough to stay in and keep the at-bat alive, but he's down in the count 0-2. Hurricanes trying to answer Young Harris for the 2nd consecutive inning. High, ball 1. Couple looks back to second base. Now the throw. This one's going to bounce through the hole on the right side. They're going to send Beta. The throw cut off. Nope. Well, he was going to cut it off. It got a piece of his glove and then rolled to home. An RBI single for Josh Logan. So Logan's having a good day. 2 hits in the game. Here's an RBI for him. Goes the opposite way with it. Hurricanes get their run after 2 outs in the inning. Had the bases empty, but back-to-back hits has allowed the Hurricanes to tie this one up again. Runner goes. Thrown. Oh! They'll say he got him. Throw in time, tag made. Logan goes down on the stolen base attempt. Josh Logan this season, he was 4 for 6, so now he'll go 4 for 7 in stolen base attempts this spring. Well, the Hurricanes do manage to get a run. They answer Young Harris. We're tied again, 3-3 the score. Young Harris 3 runs, 6 hits. Georgia Southwestern 3 runs, 8 hits. Neither side has committed an error yet in the ball game. We'll be back in a moment from Hurricane Stadium. Designated hitter Jackson Jones on to face Spinks to open up the 5th. So after that first pitch misses to Jones, they'll have a quick talk on the hill and get things back in line. Jones in the ball game is 2 for 2. Singled in the first, doubled in the third. This a hard hit ball. 3 for 3 day for Jackson Jones. A leadoff single to open up the 4th inning, or 5th inning rather. Base hit to open up the 5th. First baseman Rudy Gaona. Runner goes over to first base. Pitch stays upstairs. Gaona, a 6'1" senior, fouled off. 6'1" senior from Laredo, Texas. He transferred in from Laredo Community College. Gaona is 0 for 2. 0 for 2 in the game. He grounded out to second his last time up. 1-1 count coming up here. 1-1 pitch to Gaona. In on the hands, fought up for a foul ball, 1-2. You can hear that wind cutting through our tent. Our media tent up here on the top of the grassy berm, just to the right of your camera angle. Ms. Jabrika running the in-game graphics today, as she does almost every day for us. Keeping those slides coming and the stats and information for you on your screen. Keeler McJunkin running the live stats and official scoring. And a swing and a miss, so that's the second strikeout from Gaona in the ball game. Number 5 hitter in the lineup, now up, catcher Corey Ewald. Ewald is 0 for 2. He struck out looking his first time up, and then in the third, hit into a fielder's choice. Ewald, the senior catcher from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Went to Colorado Northwestern Community College before finding his way to Young Harris. Popped up. Second baseman Beta on the grass. Couple steps onto the grass will make the play for the second out of the inning. Two away. Second baseman Tristan Smith. Smith is 0 for 1. Walked in the second. Fly ball to right field in the third. The Mountain Lions second baseman. This one a ground ball, backhanded, long throw across the field, and on the money. Huff gets him to end the inning, so no damage. First time since the first inning that Young Harris hasn't been able to push across a run. The score remains tied. The Hurricanes will try to make it their third consecutive inning scoring when we return. Bottom of the fifth inning coming up from Hurricane Stadium. Georgia Southwestern Athletics proud to partner with Adidas, the official footwear and apparel provider of Hurricane Athletics. The Hurricanes with their blue Adidas tops, white sleeves, navy white pinstripe pants, and their navy caps today with that white Hurricane emblem. Adidas and Georgia Southwestern Athletics in the second year of their partnership. New pitcher New pitcher on the hill for Young Harris as they go to the bullpen and call on right-hander 6'2" righty number 37, Stephen Eichhorn. Eichhorn, a senior from Aptos, hope I said that right, California, Cabrillo College transfer. Get you the stats on him. This one from Jones is lined into left field, down the line. Quick coverage out there in left to keep Jones at first base with a single, but a leadoff single to open up the 5th inning for the Hurricanes. So for Jones has had quite a day. 3 for 3 now from at the plate. That's the first time he's gone to left field. His other 2 hits, opposite shots to right. Opens up the 5th inning with a base hit. Good day for Jared Jones. Now batting first baseman Andy Moore. Moore is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. So as you look at the new pitcher, Stephen Eichhorn, his stat line through the blustering, blowing pages. Eichhorn is making his 9th appearance out of the bullpen this spring. He's pitched 12 innings, allowed 15 hits, 8 earned runs, 7 walks, 10 strikeouts. Opponents are batting an even 300 against him. He has a 1-2 record and an even 6 ERA. Well, he would be the pitcher of record at the moment, seeing how this one will go. So a chance for him to get a win here. Long way to go in this one, and the Hurricanes have been hitting the ball well today. 9 hits for Georgia Southwestern. That's 2 more than Young Harris has so far in this one. Inside edge for a strike to Moore. Moore in the ball game, as I mentioned, 0 for 1 with that walk. Well, Andy Moore has walked twice. The last 2 times he's been up, and this one will move Jones over to second. Nobody out in the inning. One for 2 in the ball game. It'll be the Hurricanes right fielder Jonathan Martin. His last time up, he doubled to right center, hard hit ball in the gap and right. This one fools him a bit. He gets a piece of it off the end of the bat and in foul territory, third base side for a strike. Time called. Took a little too long. Time called. Eichhorn in Peach Belt Conference action. As that one is hit into right field for a base hit, they're going to wave around Jones, and he is going to score as the throw is cut off. Hurricanes have scored for the 3rd consecutive inning and take their first lead of the day. GSW's got something going here. 4-3, 10 hits in the ball game. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Base hit, RBI, single for Jonathan Martin. Catcher Danny Molinari. And Danny likes to hear his walkout song. The bunt. That's a good one. They're only going to play is going to be at first base, and they will get the catcher on that bunt attempt. But that one dropped in just the right spot. Runners move over into second and third, and Molinari will get credit for the sacrifice. Left fielder Cole Clark. So Clark came on to bat in the third inning in a scoring opportunity. He struck out looking to end the third. Let's see what he can do with a second chance to push in a few runs. In Peach Belt play, Eichhorn is now making his 6th appearance. He's pitched in, he has 2 saves in Peach Belt games, 7 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 earned runs. A better batting average, opponent batting average of 281 and a 491 lower ERA, but he does have an 0-2 record. Cole Clark gonna get a look at a 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2 the count. Well, with a runner on third and less than 2 outs as we dig deep into the stats here, Cole Clark has had 5 opportunities. He's 3 and has 3 RBIs in given situation. This one, as they say, won't be deep enough. To the infield, pop up to Reynolds, 2 outs. Two outs. Shortstop Tyler Skelton. Skelton is 0 for 2. His last time up, he grounded out to the shortstop. This one is a high, lazy fly ball to center field, moving a little bit to his right, and coming in to make the play is Murphy to end the inning. So despite all of that, the Hurricanes did get a run. They do have the lead, but they left a couple runners on, and they couldn't extend it. Try to open up a little space in this ball game. It's still a tight one, 4-3 Georgia Southwestern, as I mentioned, grabbing their first lead of the afternoon. We'll be back for the 6th inning from Hurricane Stadium. It's the series finale between Young Harris College and Georgia Southwestern. Brought to you here on the Surge Sports Network. Our next home broadcast comes this Friday as GSW will play their final home Peach Belt Conference series of the season, and it comes against Columbus State. Friday night is the opener. Saturday is the doubleheader. Saturday is also scheduled to be Senior Day. So hope you can join us next weekend in Americus, but if not, you can follow the action again right here on our YouTube channel, the flagship station for the Surge Sports Network. We'll be back in a moment. Right fielder Tyler Washington, the batter. Washington 1 for 2. Singled his first time up, grounded out to the first baseman unassisted last time through the lineup. This one low, bounces into Molinari. 2-1. Three-one pitch. Whoa, whoa, go get that bat back. Come on back, Mr. Washington, as he threw the bat towards the dugout. That's called strike. Inside pitch. Obviously, Washington thought a little bit too far inside. Umpire feels differently. Able to get a piece of it. Molinari down, a little bit of pain as that one might have clipped him. Not sure where it got him. On the leg or... A little slow to get up. The umpire heads out to the hill and has a word with Spinks, and we'll do it again. Another payoff pitch coming to the Mountain Lions leadoff batter in the 6th inning. That is worthy of the bat flip, but ball misses for ball 4. So Washington, when it's all said and done, does manage to get down to first base. And Spinks puts the leadoff runner on base in the 6th. Shortstop, Corley Reynolds. Reynolds doubled down the left field line. His last time up. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Pitch in there from Spinks. Reynolds, the number 8 batter in Young Harris's lineup today. Throw over to first, standing up and back easily. Another throw over, runner again standing up. Keep an eye on Washington. We'll see what his story is. Not a particularly huge lead. Man, Molinari taking a beating this inning. That one got a piece of him too as he walks, trying to walk it off. The runner at first base, Washington, has 4 stolen bases this spring. Coming into the day, that's second on the team. He's 4 for 6. Throw over. This time he dives in ahead of the throw. Oh, 2 pitch upstairs. 1-2. That one also stays up in the zone, so the count will even at 2-2. Still some matches going on behind us in tennis action, singles play. Can't be a very fun day to be playing tennis with the breeze as strong as it is. Frozen. Strikeout. Reynolds goes down looking. One away, runner at first. Third baseman Brett Graycheck. Graycheck 0 for 1. He walked his first time up, grounded out to third. Last time he came into the plate. Fouled off. Spinks has 5 strikeouts in the game now and has reached the 100 pitch mark. Five strikeouts, all 3 Young Harris. Well, all the runs, of course, for everybody's been earned. There hasn't been an error yet in the ball game. Ground ball to third, over to second for Beta, on to first, a 2-2 double play to end the inning. How about that? Hurricanes 5-4-3 double play, and Spinks will be able to trot back to the dugout and watch his teammates to see if they can add to the lead. 4-3, bottom of the 6th inning. Young Harris 3 runs, 7 hits. Georgia Southwestern 4 runs, 10 hits. Like I mentioned, neither side with an error yet in the ball game. We will return momentarily. Thanks for spending a little bit of your Saturday afternoon with us here. You're watching Georgia Southwestern State University baseball and Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. So the Hurricanes will bring up their number 9 hitter in the lineup, Bradley Huff, to open up the home half of the 6th inning. Huff is 0 for 2. He lined out to left, lined out to center, and that's been his day so far. He's played well defensively over on the hot corner, however. A 1-1 pitch misses, 2-1. Don't forget, fans, there's lots of ways to follow the Hurricanes besides the old, I guess it'd be the old-fashioned website, which our website is gswcanes.com. 2-1 pitch. Backhand under the glove of the third baseman and down the left field line. Quickly put back into play, however, by Worley and left. Back to the top of the order for Georgia Southwestern. Second baseman Jason Beta. So an error charge to the third baseman Graycheck. This one's going to get through the hole on the left side. Back-to-back base runners. That by way of a base hit, the 11th of the ball game. And Georgia Southwestern seems to be in familiar territory. Runners on first and second. They haven't had the big inning, though. They've had this situation come up a couple times now in the ball game. Has managed to get a run here and there, enough to keep us in it and ahead at this point, but perhaps a big inning finally due. The Hurricanes have had to, and credit the Young Harris pitching staff, they've shut us down for the most part and limited the damage every time this has come up. Now another no out, runner on first and second situation. Beta with back-to-back hits. He doubled in the fourth, got that hit that you just saw through the left side here in the sixth inning. At the plate, center fielder Josh Logan. Well, Logan has had a pretty good day as well. He's 2 for 3. His last time up, he singled to right field. Throwback to second, standing up, as you can see, is Huff. Well, the Hurricanes will look to get a little production from the top of their order. Beta came through with a base hit. Now you've got the number 2 hitter, Logan, up. Both bullpens are quiet. That one's in the dirt and is going to bounce past the catcher all the way to the backstop. And that is one way to move the runners over. A wild pitch puts GSW in prime scoring position with nobody out. Hurricanes have pushed across at least one run in each of the last 3 innings. Now they're trying to make that a 4-inning streak here in the 6th. Time called. Like it was actually the shortstop who kind of threw his hands up. He was in on the grass. Now he's moving back on the dirt. One pitch. Off speed, falls in for a strike, 1-2. Logan reaches for that one and gets a piece of it, fouls it off. Out of play, first base side. One-two pitch, lined into left field. That's going to score a run. He's going to wave around the second. This could be interesting at the plate. The throw will not be cut off. Runners in time off to second. They got a chance at getting him at 2. He got around the tag. The shortstop will have a word with the ump. He thought for sure he got the tag, and here comes the head coach out to discuss things with the umpiring crew and the base umpire today. Logan curls around the outside of the bag and looks like he perhaps had come off the bag with his hand and trying to reach and slide around it. Got back apparently in time. A base hit. Running on the throw to second base. A 2-run single. The Hurricanes have a couple in. Still nobody out in the inning. How about Josh Logan today? 3 for 4. Now Jared Jones, who's also had a great afternoon. Jared Jones is 3 for 3, and he'll try to keep this inning alive. This is a line drive to right field. That's going to one hop to the right fielder for a base hit. They'll hold up Logan at third. Nobody out in the inning. Runners are at the corners, and the Hurricanes have a 3-run lead. So how about Jared Jones, 4 for 4. 3 of the hits today have gone to opposite field. All right, he goes to right on this one in the 6th. And quickly, action in the Young Harris bullpen. And try to buy some time for their pitcher in the pen. And here we go. Let's get them a little more time to warm up. Now it'll be the coach coming out to the mound to talk things over. So they just couldn't quite cover what they needed to when it was just the catcher and the pitcher. It's all right, buying us some time here. The Hurricanes have come out of nowhere to pounce on the Mountain Lions, take a 3-run lead. We'll let them have their discussion. We'll be back in a second. And again at the plate, first baseman Andy Moore. So the call to the bullpen will go to the left-handed pitcher. A quick warm-up for Jake Tomilevich. Sophomore pitcher from Sewanee, Georgia. Lambert High School, ground ball by Andy Moore, an RBI single. 7-3, the Hurricanes are out in front. Andy Moore had walked his last time 2 times up, and there delivers the RBI single through the hole on the left side. Jonathan Martin has had a great day as well. He is 2 for 3. He's hit safely his last 2 times up. At the plate, right fielder Jonathan Martin. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out in the inning for the Hurricanes. Tomilevich is as I mentioned, a product of Lambert High School. I'll get you some stats on him, the new Young Harris pitcher. First pitch in, swinging strike to Martin. "14 hits in the game for Georgia Southwestern. Overall for Tomilevich, he is making his 12th appearance out of the bullpen. 12th appearance out of the bullpen, 13 1/3 innings pitched, 15 hits, 7 earned runs, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts, a .273 opponent's batting average, a 2-1 record, 4.73 ERA. And they're going to ring up Martin on that one, so he'll go down looking. About half of his appearances have been in Peach Belt play. He has 6. This was 7th appearance in conference action out of the bullpen. Martin goes down on strikes. First out of the inning. The batter, the catcher, Danny Molinari. Molinari, 1 for 2. The last time up, he dropped a sacrifice bunt down. His single came in the 2nd inning. Good pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. That pitch hits Molinari, and he'll go down to first base. Bases are juiced, full of Hurricanes, 1 away. The batter is the left fielder, Cole Clark. So Clark is 0 for 2. He popped up to short his last time up. First pitch, watching that one come in for a strike. Bit of a sidearm delivery from Tomilevich. And it's fooled the Hurricane batters here, at least in their first couple looks at his pitches. Georgia Southwestern with the 14 hits has reached a season high. 14 hits in the game, the most the Hurricanes have put on the board so far this season. And this one's going to be hit number 15 as it bloops over the third baseman and into shallow left field. One run is in and a second run is in. The Hurricanes have opened this one up. Two more across. 9-3 the score. That one finds a home just on the grass behind the third baseman. Two-run single for Cole Clark. Shortstop Tyler Skelton. Skelton, the number 8 batter in the order. So the Hurricanes' previous high, they had reached 13 hits in a game twice this season. Once came in the finale against Augusta back at the end of February, and the other time they hit 13 was a non-conference game at Auburn Montgomery on March 14th. Interestingly enough, both of those games resulted in losses for GSW. This one gets past the first baseman for a hit. That'll be hit number 16 as Skelton is going to drive in a run. Runner moves over to third, and it's just clicking right now for the Hurricanes. Runners at the corners, one out in the inning that just won't end for Young Harris here. 6 runs across for Georgia Southwestern. The batter, third baseman Bradley Huff. Outside for a ball. Well, it would seem right that when the Hurricanes score or get their most hits in a game, seems appropriate that this should also be their highest scoring game of the season. This is the first time Georgia Southwestern has reached double digits in the run column this season. That one will bounce under the hand of head coach Brian McLean over at first base. Down into the bullpen area. There is a Georgia Southwestern pitcher up throwing. There's also action in the Young Harris bullpen. One-two pitch. Ground ball. This could be 2. Short to second. 6-4 and nope. Can't hold it at 3 in the dirt. Runner stays put. Run is in, no RBI. A fielder's choice. You can't. And that one's going to hit Jason Beta and draw a visit now to the mound from the head coach as Beta tries to shake that one off. Beta will go down to first. So a pitching change has been made. Young Harris will go back to its bullpen and try to see if it can work itself out of this inning and finally close down the Hurricanes. They've got 7 in the frame and 11-3 the lead. We'll let them warm up. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is when we return. Thanks for tuning in here on a sunny Saturday afternoon in Americus. You're watching Georgia Southwestern State University baseball on the Surge Sports Network. So the new pitcher for Young Harris is the lefty 5'9" senior Hudson Graham from Canton, Georgia. Chipola College is where he played before heading over to Young Harris to join the Mountain Lions. Runners at first and second. 3-2 pitch, outside, ball 4. And Logan walks. Hurricanes making their second time through the lineup here as they've batted around in the 6th inning. And Jared Jones Josh Logan had 3 hits in the game. Jones is 4 for 4. The batter's the designated hitter, Jared Jones. pitch a little bit outside, 2-0. The stats on the relief pitcher now in for Young Harris. Hudson Graham, he's making his 8th appearance of the season, his 7th out of the bullpen. 10 and a third innings pitched, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .263 against the lefty, a 1-0 record, and a 4.35 ERA. Peach Belt Conference wise, this is only his 2nd appearance in conference play, and well, Jones will get an RBI this way, a 2-out walk. So he has at least reached base every time up. He had already singled once this inning. Speaking of which, so has Andy Moore, the Hurricanes' next batter. At the plate, first baseman Andy Moore. So a run is walked in. The Hurricanes extend the lead to 12-3. Andy Moore, 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. That one's in there for a strike. Not quite on the 0-2 offering, 1-2 the count. He'll reach for that one and strike out. So Andy Moore goes down on strikes, but the Hurricanes blow through the 6th inning. 8 runs in the frame. Line score is Young Harris 3 runs, 7 hits and an error. Georgia Southwestern 12 runs, 16 hits. No errors yet in the ball game for the Hurricanes. Well, we head to the 7th inning from Hurricane Stadium. Kyle Spinks is back out to throw. He's got over 100 pitches. We'll see how far he can go. In this one, the Hurricane starting pitcher still out there. We'll be back. Just watch the action here in just a moment. And the Hurricanes would like to congratulate Elizabeth Wills. It was one heck of a week last week for the Lady Hurricanes on the softball diamond. You saw Haley Tears earlier being named the Player of the Week. Well, joining her on the weekly awards list from the Peach Belt Conference on Monday, freshman Elizabeth Wills, the Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week, the reigning Freshman of the Week. Congratulations to Elizabeth, a great start to her Georgia Southwestern softball career. Well, the Mountain Lions are back at the top of the order. Logan Worley is 1 for 3. He has an RBI. Has drove in one of the Mountain Lions' 3 runs in the ball game. 1-2 the count to Spinks. Spinks enters the inning having thrown 102 pitches. This one high for a ball, 2-2. Also, fans, again, GSWCanes.com is the online home for Georgia Southwestern Athletics, but there's lots of different other platforms you can find us on, covering social media, YouTube, where you're at right now, Twitter, it's the same, it's GSW Athletics. This one's going to get past a diving Skelton and into center field for a base hit. So another couple hits for Worley as he's having himself a, speaking of players of the week, or freshman of the week, take your pick. Worley's had a heck of a weekend, and now he's got 2 hits in this ball game as well to go with it. Back-to-back singles in plate appearances from Worley, representing the top of the order for Young Harris. At the plate, center fielder Skylar Murphy. Well, Murphy's got a hit in the game. He's 1 for 3. Leadoff runner aboard with Worley over at first. I'll give you a quick stat on him. This one could be trouble. It bounces up and over Skelton and into left field. So the Mountain Lions, whoa, that throw a little crazy. Backing it up is Moore. Back-to-back singles from Young Harris to open up the 7th inning. So maybe they'd like to answer that with a nice flurry of their own here. Skylar Murphy has 2 hits in the game. That one through the left side. And we'll get to Jackson Jones. Having a great day as well, 3 for 3. At the plate, designated hitter Jackson Jones. 3 for 3 he is. Driven in a run in the ball game. Couple singles and a double for Jones. Bounces over home plate, 2-0 the count. But social media platforms, GSW Athletics on Twitter and YouTube. Twitter and YouTube users can find us at GSW Athletics. You've seen the icons pop up throughout the ball game. For Facebook and Instagram, it's slightly different. Still all compressed as one word, GSW Hurricanes. Swing and a miss, 2-1 the count. GSW Hurricanes is where you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and even Snapchat. I'm not particularly active on Snapchat, but we do have the account there, and occasionally we'll put some stuff up. And that's where you can find us, GSW Hurricanes. In there for a strike, count evens up at 2-2. Getting it done today. Oh, back up the mound. The shortstop will have it. Tag the bag for 1. On to first. Got back down. Tag the bag. And running out of the dugout is the head coach for Young Harris. He lost his cap along the way. Oh, puts it back on his head, rather. He comes out to have a word as that one ends up being a 6 unassisted 6U3 DP. I guess the 2 umpires will talk things over to make sure that the play was made. Two outs in the inning. First baseman Rudy Gaona. So Jones hits into the double play. as Andy Moore, the first baseman, was the one who was able to get his foot back on the bag in time before the runner. The throw did pull him off the bag, no doubt about it, but apparently he was able to get back in time and stretch that big toe out and put it on the bag for the second out. If you're watching and you don't think it was, you can always watch a replay by grabbing that bar and scrolling back a few seconds in the broadcast. This is a high fly ball to left field. Grabbing it is Cole Clark, and that'll end the inning. So no damage after a couple of hits to open the frame for Young Harris. They are scoreless in the seventh inning stretch time from Hurricane Stadium. GSW coming up, 12-3 lead. We'll be back in a moment. Hurricanes right fielder Jonathan Martin to open up the home half of the seventh. Martin is 2 for 4. Make it 3 for 5. A base hit up the middle. 3 hits for Jonathan Martin in the ball game. And the Hurricanes have their leadoff runner aboard in the seventh. Now batting the catcher, Danny Molinari. Last time up, Molinari was hit by a pitch. This is opposite field. Fly ball going back on his horse and on the run. Making the grab will be the right fielder for Young Harris. That's Washington covering some ground over in right. 1 away. At the plate, left fielder Cole Clark. Clark bunts one back, front of the mound. The throw, not in time, and a bunt single. Yeah, I think they're going to bring him back. I did think. Says he's got it. Boy, head coach has been coming on. He's had to get up off the pine a lot more than he wanted to today. they're going to talk things over. It did look from our vantage point like it hit the bat twice. I think the Hurricanes will get a break if they actually hold to their call. Well, when things are going your way, they're going your way. Perhaps we're wrong. The replay may show otherwise, but it did look like it. Yeah, it looked like it clipped it, bounced back up or something. It got a piece of it, but regardless, it'll be a bunt single after all that for Cole Clark. The Hurricanes caught a little bit of a break on that one. First hit of the afternoon. And coming up now, shortstop Tyler Skelton. Skelton got his first hit of the day. His last time up, he is 1 for 4. This one is roped foul. Pull it down the line and it curled into foul territory. Line drive, strike. 1-2 the count. Graham is the 4th Young Harris pitcher to see action today. Bouncing ball to the right side. First baseman has it. Underhand to Graham covering the bag. And there's one away. Or 2 away, I'm sorry. Second out at the end. Third baseman Bradley Huff. Huff is 0 for 4. Line drive, foul over the Young Harris dugout. Huff is the only, well, he's the only batter on the Hurricanes lineup who does not have a hit in the ball game. So we'll see if he can change that. Got an RBI. Got a couple of runners in scoring position, a chance to get a few for him here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Huff. Popped foul out of play. One-two pitch. Popped up again. This one blowing out of play on the... Took a while to get there, but eventually floated out of play on the first base side. Well, there's not a lot of home action left for the Hurricanes this season. They've got next weekend's series against Columbus State. Friday, Saturday is how it's scheduled now. The doubleheader on Saturday being Senior Day. And then a midweek following against Tuskegee. Swing and a miss. And Huff will go down on strikes. And that'll close out the home half of the 7th inning. Looks like there'll be some changes made defensively, or actually at the plate, I guess. First things first, when the Mountain Lions come back to step into the box in the 8th inning. Georgia Southwestern takes the 12-3 lead to the 8th. We appreciate you tuning in today. Georgia Southwestern State University Baseball, Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. Young Harris will call on a pinch hitter to open up the 8th inning. It's number 12, Jared Campbell. Senior from Chatsworth, Georgia. North Murray High School, popped up. Foul territory, first base side. And the grab made by Andy Moore for the first out of the inning. Second baseman, Tristan Smith. And he'll swing at the first pitch. This one will go to right field, running on the run. Making the grab is Jonathan Martin, and a quick out. That's just what Spinks needs, as his pitch total coming into the inning, I believe, was about 114. So he's able to get a couple of outs quickly here in the 8th. And Tyler Washington, the right fielder, will come up. First pitch, a strike. At the plate, right fielder Tyler Washington. Washington is 1 for 2. This one bounces over home. 1 for 2 with a walk. And that's what he did his last time up. He walked in the 6th. In there for a strike, 1-2. Oh, 2-2, I'm told, is the count. And back to the mound it goes. Spinks will run it over to first before flipping over to Andy Moore. And a 1-2-3 inning for Spinks and the Hurricanes defensively in the 8th. They'll go in, grab the bats, come on out. Bottom of the 8th inning coming up. That was a quick one, just what Spinks needed. Hurricanes lead by 9 runs. We'll be back in a moment. Of course, Campbell staying in to catch for Young Harris. That should be about the only change, we believe. Back for the home half of the 8th in a moment. Relief pitcher for Young Harris now in the game is number 29, Caleb Pipkins. 5'11" freshman from Cumming, Georgia, North Forsyth High School. Pipkins comes in to pitch this season so far. This will be his second appearance. He pitched 1 inning so far this season. It was a scoreless inning. Struck out 1 along the way. He'll go to the top of the Hurricanes order now from the left side. The switch hitter, second baseman Jason Beta. In there for a strike. Well, when the Hurricanes were held scoreless in the 7th, that was their first scoreless inning since back in the 2nd. They had quite a string there to get them to their 12 runs. Of course, the big one, the 8-run 6th. Beta in the ball game. A couple of hits. He's 2 for 4. And he'll go down swinging on that one. So another strikeout for the freshman from Young Harris. Josh Logan, the batter, walked his last time up. First pitch swinging high. Lazy fly ball to right field. Waiting for it to come down and making the grab is Washington in right. So quickly 2 up, 2 down. Jared Jones, the batter, 4 for 4. He walked his last time up at the plate. Designated hitter Jared Jones. 4 for 4. The 4 hits in the ball game, I believe, also tops by a Hurricane player this season. Yep, the Hurricanes have not had a player get 4 hits in a game. So a first here today. And it's senior Jared Jones who gets it done. We've had a couple guys, well, several get 3. And Jones actually had done it twice this season. And now he'll get 4 for the first time and looking to add to it. 2-1 the count with 2 away in the 8th for GSW. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 2-2. Hurricanes on the road pretty much after next week. They have this week will be off the end of the bat and just above the Young Harris dugout. Actually hit the top portion of the dugout, bounces back in the field. First base coach for the Hurricanes, Nate Farrell. Hurricanes are on the road, just down the road. They'll finish their home-and-home non-conference series with Albany State. The Golden Rams won back here in February on the 20th, 7-4. So a trip down the highway to Albany. This a bouncing ball to short. Waits for the kick up. Now the throw over to first and plenty of time to end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Pipkins. And the Young Harris defense, they've got some work to do in the 9th. Trailing by 9. We'll be back in a moment right here on the Surge Sports Network. Well, Corley Reynolds was scheduled to bat. I thought I saw the head coach out there talking to the umpire with a sheet of paper before the start of the inning, and Reynolds got in the box, and then his coach says, wait a second. So Coach Wagner waves him back in and gets the pinch hitter that he intended to have out there. And so that'll be your attention, fans. Pinch hitting for Young Harris, number 7, Adric Yaselga. Well, the pitch to Yaselga hits him. So the leadoff runner is aboard. Pinch hitting for Young Harris, number 1, Levi Whitmire. So pinch hitting for Graycheck will be Whitmire. Short hop on to second. The throw, no throw to for the relay. They'll hold on to it. Get the lead runner for the first out of the inning. Okay. Playing. Xavier Lushington pinch hitting for Young Harris here in the 9th with 1 away. Swing and a miss. So a strikeout from Spinks. It's the Hurricane starting pitcher trying to go the distance, and he gets the strikeout, his sixth of the ball game. Another pinch hitter for Young Harris. It's going to be number 14, Royce Woolfolk. Pinch hitting for Young Harris is number 14, Royce Woolfolk. So Spinks enters this at bat having thrown 127 pitches, trying to go the distance for the Hurricanes. Get this one in there, still bringing a little pop to the mid on that one. Strike 2 now. And the Mountain Lions are down to their final strike and their final out here in the series finale. Spinks comes set. Swing and a miss, and he ends it with a strikeout. How about that? Complete game win. Hurricanes win. 7 strikeouts for Spinks. And we got to send it down to the crowd real quick. But we'll be back for a wrap-up. The Hurricanes pick up a game in the series. They win the finale. Best offensive output of the year for the Hurricanes, 12-3 the final. They get the final game and salvage one in the series. We'll be back in a moment to wrap it up. The Hurricanes win here this afternoon, Hurricane Stadium. Talk to you in a moment. Yeah, it's got to be closer to 150, 160 range, somewhere in there at least. Can you just turn it down a little bit? Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for this weekend's Peach Belt Conference Series. The Hurricanes take the finale. Final score 12-3. We thank you for coming out to Hurricane Stadium today on a breezy but sunny afternoon in Americus. Make sure you stick around, folks. Make sure you stick around because the Hurricanes are going to keep the arms loose. The boys will be throwing out victory balls here from the ballpark. So the kids want to hang tight. The Hurricanes tend to throw those things from in front of their dugouts. So they'll be throwing them behind the screen. My best suggestion to you is if you want a souvenir, head towards that corner of the dugout, towards their dugout. Head towards the GSW dugout, and you could get a souvenir, softy victory balls as the Hurricanes celebrate today's win over Young Harris. Get yourself a souvenir. Here they come. It's victory ball time. Oh, get it over the net now. Not too many chances to catch the Hurricanes left. They're on the road this week for their midweek game before coming back to Americus next weekend. It's raining victory balls. Congratulations to the Hurricanes. They're home next weekend, Friday afternoon, or Friday evening, 5 o'clock to start against Columbus State, the start of the weekend series. Saturday is Senior Day and a doubleheader action against Columbus State. After that, it's just a one more midweek game at home against Tuskegee, and that's it. That's all you got to catch them in America. So make sure you come back Friday night when the Hurricanes take on the Cougars from Columbus State University, 5 o'clock the start time. Have yourself a great rest of the holiday weekend. For those of you celebrating, happy Easter to all of you. For those of you traveling, we hope you get to your destination safely, and we hope to catch up with you next time. Friday night, 5 o'clock, the Hurricanes against Columbus State. Post-game wrap-up available on our website, gswcanes.com. gswcanes.com. But, of course, you can catch us on social media as well. Replay of today's game will be available on our YouTube station, GSW Athletics on Twitter, GSW Athletics on Twitter and YouTube. YouTube is where you can find the replay of today's ball game. YouTube, GSW Athletics. We'll also have our post-game interviews on tape delay with Hallie Turner right there on our YouTube station, GSW Athletics. Facebook and Instagram users, one last thing. It's GSW Hurricanes. GSW Hurricanes on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for being with us, and we'll catch up with you next time. 5 o'clock Friday night against Columbus State.
Well, that'll do it from Hurricane Stadium. The victory balls tossed up. Probably out of your camera angle, but they were there. Nice day to bring them out, and a good end to what otherwise was a series controlled by Young Harris. But the good news is the Hurricanes get one. They get the finale, and they did it in dominating fashion. A season-high 18 hits, a season-high 12 runs. Georgia Southwestern wins this one. We'll run it down. Line score for Young Harris. They scored a run in the second, led 2-0 after a run in the third. Georgia Southwestern answered in the bottom of the third with two of their own to even it up at 2. Young Harris struck right back. Another run in the fourth inning put them ahead 3-2. And from there, it was 10 unanswered from the Hurricanes. They scored a run in the bottom of the fourth to tie the game, took the lead in the fifth with a run, and then 8, the big one. The 8 in the sixth to pull away, 12-3 the final. 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Mountain Lions in this one. Georgia Southwestern, 12 runs, 18 hits, and the Hurricanes did not commit an error in the finale. The winning pitcher, he went the distance, did not want to hand it off to the bullpen. Finish what you started. Kyle Spinks did so, and he came up big. The Hurricanes senior pitcher gets his first victory of the season to improve to 1-4. The losing pitcher, I gotta check the box score for you. There was a lot of pitchers there. We'll back it up a second here. Let me see where we finish this one. Losing pitcher in the ball game as we wait for it to come through. Stephen Eichhorn. Eichhorn pitched 1 inning. Mativier, the starter, did not factor into the decision. Eichhorn will take the loss. He falls to 1-3. The Hurricanes scored 4 earned runs during his 1 inning on the mound. Mativier, Eichhorn, Tomalevich, hope I got that right, Graham and Pipkins all saw action out of the pen for Young Harris here in this one. So as the weekend concludes, Georgia Southwestern improves to 6-24 overall, now 2-16 in Peach Belt Conference play. Young Harris falls to 19-14 overall, 12-9 in Peach Belt Conference action. The Hurricanes able to snap Young Harris's 7-game winning streak and salvage the finale of this series here in Americus. Well, you've heard me talk about it a few times. Georgia Southwestern is on the road for a midweek game against Albany State to complete that home-and-home non-conference matchup this season before returning next weekend, Friday night, 5 o'clock against Columbus State. Saturday at 1 o'clock scheduled time is Senior Day, and a doubleheader against the Cougars to wrap up that series next weekend. Finally, the following week, April 11th, Tuskegee is at home for a midweek game, and then from there on out, it's all road action for the Hurricanes at Lander, at Francis Marion, return to Tuskegee, at UNC Pembroke, and that's it for the regular season. That's it for the Hurricanes season as they finish off on the road. But we appreciate you tuning in today. We hope for those of you celebrating that everybody out there has a wonderful Easter Sunday. We really appreciate you tuning in. Our next broadcast baseball-wise is Friday at 5 o'clock. But our next broadcast on the Surge Sports Network will be tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Men's tennis against Francis Marion. Our #1 doubles team is featured first, that of Alex Canovas and Stephen Blythe. And we'll follow up with some singles action as well. Temporarily scheduled right now is a Blythe at #2 singles. We hope if you're looking for something to do and want to watch a little tennis, tune in with us right here on the network. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, click that red subscribe button really quick. That way you can be notified, if you so choose, of whenever the Hurricanes go live on the Surge Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of the afternoon. We'll catch up with you next time. You've been watching Georgia Southwestern State University Baseball on the Surge Sports Network.